Karina's a big dreamer, a metaphysician on a mission of inspiration and transformation, which led her to this manifestation. Miss Aruba Island Queen, Meta Lifestyle Magazine.
Impacting and transforming lifestyles. In each episode, we feature authorities and their expertise to help you along on your journey towards spiritual growth, personal awareness, and business and financial success. I'm your host, Karina Felix. Join us as we share our journeys and inspire you to create your lifestyle by design.
Hello, 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 and welcome to the Meta Lifestyle Magazine, the source for enhancing, impacting, and transforming lifestyles. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We are going to have the most amazing person as a guest. I'm so excited to share this person. If you have never met this person before, I'm being all secretive right now, but I'm just going to keep it to myself for right now. So hold on 1 minute. Let me introduce my co-host, Nandini. So Nandini.
Hi everyone, welcome again to the Meta Lifestyle TV show. So happy that you're joining us today. As Karina said, we have a cracker of a guest for you today. So much information that you're going to find so very useful.
Yeah, we were getting a little bit excited before, and I had to say, stop. Tell us in the show so we can have the same reaction again, because It is just amazing information. And for most of you, I hope you tune in, because this is going to be quite a show and quite an education. And please don't don't go too far. But in the meantime, we had pretty an interesting weekend this weekend.
You know, Karina, astrologically speaking, this is such an important week. I've been hearing astrologers calling this week the week of the century. If you're not familiar with astrology, I will urge you to look up the equinox, the spring equinox, the new moon in Aries, and also Pluto moving into Aquarius. And I think, you know, it's the way that the universe works. Nothing is by chance. There's always divine timing.
Right.
And Pluto moving into Aquarius is all about new things and rapid shifts. And it's a time when people who have a metaphysical message, their message becomes elevated rapidly. You know, things are going to move very, very quickly now, because Aquarius is all about innovation, positive change. You know, all the news that we've been having recently about AI, artificial intelligence,
Right.
it's by no mistake. This is the time that, you know, humanity has to step up in a huge way. So I really, really urge you to investigate those things. And I'm sorry, I got off track there, but what was oh yes, what we did at the weekend. So again, very interesting weekend with the Yoga
Right,
Expo
the
in
Yoga
Fort
Expo.
Lauderdale.
Yes.
And, you know, it's so good after, you know, being shut away with COVID. So great to be out again, meeting people face to face, and just having wonderful conversations with people who are all about a holistic lifestyle. So we at Meta Lifestyle Magazine, we were thrilled to connect with all of these people.
We met so many new people, and so many people excited to come on the show and show the world what they have to offer, because sometimes we don't know what's out there. And that's what we are all about. This show is about introducing you to people right here in your backyard. You might not even know that they're right here. So we want to make sure you are getting the information that you need. And if you haven't seen the last issue of Meta Lifestyle Magazine, and this is Dr. Jonathan Chung of Keystone Chiropractor. He's up in the Royal Palm Beach there in Wellington, who is a what they call a NUCA chiropractor, which is a very different type of chiro. It's no cracking. He is my personal chiro. I've been with him for years. I've had some crazy health issues at one point, and did the job, because otherwise this girl couldn't be doing the dancing you just saw her do just now. So
That's the magic of natural healing, isn't it? Giving the body the time to heal, the ability to heal.
The fact that there are so many natural ways of healing, and I think we are in this place of fear and not trusting the process. I love to say trusting the process and having faith. We run and try to do what's fast, and it's not always the best way to go. Natural healing does take a little bit of time, but it is, in my book, it's the best way to go about doing stuff. I'm sorry. That's now I'm not talking about a car accident. That's a whole nother story. But just regular keeping your body in tune, keeping check. It's maintenance. We spend so much time maintaining our home and maintaining our cars and maintaining everything else, and we don't maintain this one body, because this have no spare parts.
Exactly.
This you can go and trade it in for a new one. And believe me, I've asked. I'm like, can I have a new body? No, it doesn't work. So again, please, we will be right back with this after this commercial, and we're so excited to show you who's gonna be in our show. Woo. Hi, I'm Karina Felix, publisher and editor of Meta Lifestyle Magazine, the source for enhancing and transforming lifestyle. Welcome back to the show, and like I said, here's our surprise, but first I'm going to let Nandini go ahead and read his bio.
Okay, so we have in the studio with us today Dr. Love, who is a licensed acupuncture physician, which he's been for 40 years. He is the first non-Chinese Qigong Grand Master and the creator of the Blue Dragon Lifestyle Training Program. So welcome, Dr. Love, to the
Welcome,
Meta
Dr.
Lifestyle
Love.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with Karina and Nandini.
And just so I can let you know, he's also one of the writers in the magazine. So how lucky am I to have such a fabulous person as one of the writers for the magazine?
Yes, I can
So-
talk into the mic.
Oh, yes. Go ahead.
So I've written 12 books,
Wow.
and I wrote one 150-page book this past weekend.
Wow.
So that's coming out, and that's going to be called The Blue Dragon Lifestyle Playbook.
I love it. I love it.
The playbook. So you're going to learn 5 different things in this playbook. The first thing you're going to learn is a sleep ritual that's going to program your dreams, journaling, affirmation, and sex rituals.
Okay, now
Only
we're
if
on-
you're married. And then you're going to learn how to create an exercise regimen, how to create an eating regimen, an emotional balancing sequence, and lastly, how to create a spiritual growth process,
Nice.
which could take 10 years.
Wow.
Well, growth is an ongoing thing. It doesn't end. And I know we live in a world of, supersize me and, instant gratification. But as far as personal development, that's never ending. It doesn't end in this life. It doesn't even end in the other life. This is like literally eternity. It never ends. So the soon as we understand that part, the easier it is to just understand. If he said 10 years, 10 years is really nothing. Think about it.
Nothing. Yeah.
The spiritual life actually starts at 50.
There you
Because
go.
you've got to get out of your child rearing years. You've got to get out of your financial insecurity years. And then you have to have time to devote for yourself so that you can be a better grandparent.
I'm glad you said that. I think I'm because now I'm realizing more and more people, it's at that age group that it's finally like, okay, I call it the now what, because it's the
Exactly.
we got caught up in life. You have to go to school, we gotta have the education, we gotta get a job, we gotta pay the bills, we gotta have the children, and then all of a sudden the kids are gone, or whatever life happens, and now we are all sitting going, now what? And I went through with all my girlfriends, we're all just looking at each other like, what do we do now? We were so focused on outside stuff, the husband, the kids, the family, the parents, and now we're like, what now? And this is when I guess we go in, right? Is that what happens?
That's exactly right. You get a chance to work on yourself. So we all know that we have certain character deficiencies. And now you get to look at yourself without blame, without shame, without guilt. And you can do those little tweaks as you continue to refine your meditation technique and refine your practice. There's no spiritual growth without physical discipline. So you could start with yoga, you could start with Tai Chi, you could start with Blue Dragon Qigong, you could start with swimming, you could start with dancing, but you have to cultivate a physical discipline to get on the spiritual path. The second thing you must do is stop judging yourself and others. You cannot possibly get on the path to spirituality if you're still in judgment. So that's the first lesson, and that might take a couple of months to get out of judgment. But when you're ready, the teacher appears.
So you're pretty much saying this is really something you do need a mentor, a coach, something, because it's so easy to fall back in our old ways. And this is why we call it a lifestyle. A lifestyle means making it a new part of your everyday ongoing life. It's not a, lose weight quick or whatever. This is a lifestyle. This is what you're going to do for the rest of your life.
That's why I call it a training program. So if you wanted to learn how to play the piano, would you only practice once a week? If you wanted to be good at doubles tennis, would you only practice once a week? anything you want to be good at, you have to practice every single day. So I know a lot of people and they say, oh, I do yoga. And I said, how often do you do yoga? And they're like, oh, I go to class every Saturday. Okay, I'm sorry. You don't even know what yoga is, but that's okay. So we have to start somewhere. And the place that we start, believe it or not, is the breath. Now, I am Chi Love. My name is George, and my friends will call me G. And I lived in a Hindu ashram for about a year, and they all called me Dr. G. But Qi is the word, the basis of Chinese medicine is based on the circulation of Qi. And Qi, as in Qigong, is also based on the circulation of Qi. And since I help people move out of their restrictions, I help people move out of their self-limiting beliefs, their self-destructive behaviors, and their need to always look good. So when I help people break out of the envelope, that's why they call me Dr. Chi Love. So we start with the breath. Most people are guilty of breath holding, and they go,
Right.
and especially when they hear some bad news, they go, oh, my friend died. The neighbor ran over the cat. And then they restrict the muscles, which means the blood doesn't flow, the oxygen doesn't flow, the nutrients don't flow, and then the blood to the brain is restricted, and then you make poor choices. So we have to start with the breath. And we would all assume you know how to breathe. But I'm here to tell you, you have no clue. So let me ask you, Karina, what is the muscle that helps the lungs breathe?
Oh, now we're going into biology.
It's a test. It's a test.
It's
Nandini,
a test. I want to say the diaphragm.
it is the diaphragm.
Yes.
And the diaphragm pushes the air out of the lungs so the blood can go in. Breathing in is involuntary. You don't even have to think about it. So when the lungs fill with air, the oxygenated blood goes out, but you have to consciously close the diaphragm for the blood to go into the lungs. Now, you can go 40 days without food with no damage to your internal organs. You can go 14 days without water with no damage to your internal organs. But you can only go 4 minutes without air. So where we start with is the breath. Then we go into meditation. Now, everybody says, I don't know how to meditate. I'm not good at meditation. I tried it. It didn't work. And the answer is obviously is you didn't work it. So I teach 8 different methods of meditation. And one of those 8 is going to work for you. So you have to take the 8-week course in order to find out which type of meditation works. So there's standing, there's sitting, there's spinning, there's spiraling, there's dancing, there's walking, there's fire, and there's water meditation. So one of those is going to work for you. The third thing is internal exercise. Now that's a concept that acupuncturists and Taoists and Buddhists wrestle with for years and years and years because they don't know how to move the muscles inside their own bodies. So let me give you a clue. When you swallow, you have to chew before you swallow. Yes? So the first meditation is chewing meditation. You have to chew your food 32 times before you swallow. Then it hits the top of the stomach, and then the stomach acid breaks down protease, amylase, and lipase. Then it goes through the pyloric valve into the duodenum, which is the first section of the small intestines. The second section is the jejunum, and the third section is the ileocecal valve, which opens from the small to the large intestine. Then it goes up, across, and down, and then it goes into your sigmoid colon, and then it goes out the anal sphincter. There are 8 ring muscles, which we call sphincters. And I teach you the 3 exercises that you need to know in order to contract and expand the sphincters. And that is internal exercise. That not only helps your digestive system, it also helps your reproductive system. So by squeezing and expanding the anal sphincter, men's prostate glands benefits. And by squeezing the abdominals, women's uterus benefit. And the quadratus lumborum, which are the muscles that control the urogenital system, benefit. So I think we should have all learned this when we were 12, 13, 14 years old,
Oh my
don't
goodness.
you?
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, and yes.
So that was 5-minute anatomy and physiology with Dr. Love.
I love it. I love it. Of course, it's another muscle, but we're going to talk about that one. But you mentioned it earlier, but we're not going to go there. But Nandini had a question.
Dr. Love, before the show, we had just a short chat, and you mentioned to me that you studied in Africa, and you studied under a Chinese master, Master Lee. But you didn't mention that you lived in an ashram. And when you said that, I thought, oh my goodness, this is a blend of every wisdom that there is, the Indian, the Chinese, the African, and I know you do some shamanism as well, so you have that, South American influence as well. So it's just a beautiful blend of every healing modality, and they're not different, right? They all intertwine.
So I'm so glad you mentioned that, because if we look at a holograph, so we have the Tibetan, we have the Chinese, we have the Hindu, we have the ancient Egyptian, we've got West African, we've got Caribbean, and the Carib Indians, okay, which obviously are the
Right here.
Right here.
All of us.
Trinidad. So what I've done is I've taken the ancient wisdom and blended it into one system, and I just call it Blue Dragon because the dragon represents immortality, and the color blue represents tranquility and peacefulness. So if you want to live a long time, or you want to be immortal, and you study at the Blue Dragon Qigong Academy, you're going to learn the best of all of the ancient wisdom, and that's why they call me the ancient wisdom teacher.
So wonderful, really
That is,
wonderful.
so you were telling us the story about the elevator. You got to share that with the audience.
Okay, so I'm going to a Tai Chi class in the UN, and I get on the wrong elevator, and there's the Dalai Lama by himself. Now, I had just read in the newspaper that there was an attempt on his life, and his brother was killed.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, why does this guy not have a bodyguard? And in the year 1981, who knows the Dalai Lama? So I'm looking at him, and he's like, you have questions, my son? And I was like, yeah, but I'm so frazzled, I can't even think of what to ask. So he said, would you like to learn how to change 3 lifetimes of karma in 30 days? And I'm like, yep, let me get my notebook out and write this down. And he said, be good, be kind, become passionate. And I heard become passionate. So for the next 30 days, you need to quit smoking. You need to drink more water. You need to exercise. And I was very passionate in my advice, so much so that it turned some of my friends off. So long story short, I go to hear the Dalai Lama speak, and then I heard, be compassionate. So afterwards, I go for the autograph, and I say, do you remember meeting me in the elevator? He said, I do. I said, can you tell me what is compassion? He said, compassion is not lending your friend $500. Compassion is not lending your friend your car. Compassion is not letting your friend move into your spare bedroom. He said, compassion is standing in your power while you hold your friend's hand while they're going through tough times.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Wow.
Did some bells go off? Did some bells go off? Yeah.
Yes.
So he said, what do you do for a living? And I said, I'm a commodities broker on Wall Street. And he kind of frowned and he said, that's not very enlightening. I'm like, no, it's like legalized gambling. He said, is there another career path for you? Now, at this moment, I didn't know that you had to have right livelihood as one of the Buddhist principles. So he said, what did your parents want for you? I said, they wanted me to go to medical school. And he said, is it too late to go to medical school? I'm 31 years old. I don't know. So he said, allow me to introduce you to Dr. Yeshi Dandin, my personal physician. So I went to hear Dr. Yeshi Dandin speak, and he cured 5 people of incurable cancer with acupuncture and herbs. And I was like, okay, that's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life, is cure cancer. So for the next year, I studied with Dr. Yeshi Dandin. And then he got recalled to India to the refugee community. And then I said, okay, what next? What now? And then I read in the paper about Oscar Wexu, who was treating racehorses with acupuncture. So I find out what hotel he's staying at, and I go see him. And he said, you're in luck. I just opened a school in Montreal. You'll be my first student. And I was like, okay then. So I fly to Montreal, sell everything I own, and for the next 3 years, I learned Chinese medicine. Then I come back to New York, and I go to Lincoln Hospital in the Bronx, where they have an acupuncture detox program that is still in existence. So I went to the director. I said, I met you in Montreal at some conference. He says, yeah, I remember you. There's a 6-month waiting list.
Wow.
So I was like, okay. So I just chat him up. 30 minutes later, he says, I just moved you to the top of the list. Can you start on Tuesday? And now, right out of school, my first job is working in a hospital doing acupuncture for drug addicts. And we treated 150 people, 2 of us treated 150 people a day with ear acupuncture for drug addiction. That is intensive training. Now, while I was at Lincoln Hospital, I read this magazine article about this woman named Guo Lin who had a particularly virulent form of uterine cancer. And they sent her home from the hospital to die. And while she was at home, she found these papers that her grandfather had written with these diagrams of these movements. So she decided to do them. 3 months later, she goes back to the hospital and said, remember me? I'm not dead yet. You told me I was going to die in 90 days. And they like, what did you do? So she explained, and they converted that hospital to a Qigong hospital. And there are 10 Qigong hospitals in China right now. So after I read that magazine article, my radar is I gotta find a Qigong master to teach me. And that's when I found Master Li in Chinatown, New York. And for the next 6 years, I apprenticed to him. Then his granddaughter comes from China, and they start whispering in Chinese. Now, I don't speak Chinese, so I'm thinking, handwriting's on the wall, time for me to exit. And that's when I moved to Florida.
Wow, what? I'm going to tell you the best part about that story is that you were willing to say yes. And do you know how many people miss opportunities because they're afraid to just drop everything and move where Source is taking them? Source is saying, I'm putting everything right here in front of you. Go. And well, yeah, but you just go on. That's like the most amazing part of the story, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. But I think Dr. Love was just simply responding to what was in his DNA, his life purpose. He was very awake to that, and that's why I think it would have been very easy for him to say yes to these opportunities, because as you were saying to me, Dr. Love, is that you are the third doctor in your family.
I'm the third Dr. Love in my family, yes.
Okay. So, but again, in anything, any dreams, any desires, anything you want, you have to say yes. I even say life is too short to say no. You rather fail, but you got to take the risk and experience something. You can't talk about something you don't know. You can only talk about something you've experienced. So on that note, we're going to go on a very short commercial, and Dr. Love is going to do a little bit of a demonstration for us. So hang in there.
The magazine.
Hi, we're going to do a quick demonstration of medical Qigong. Medical Qigong is very slow moving. I'm sure you've heard of Tai Chi, and it's very meditative, like Karina did at the beginning of the show. That was beautiful, by the way. But what I did is I innovated this by speeding it up and putting to music. So DJ, hit the music. Now drum the sky, side to side. Qigong, side to side. Now drum the earth, side to side. Qigong, side to side. Now drum the earth, side to side. Qigong, side to side. Now shake them to the side, side to side. Qigong, side to side. Now shake them to the side, side to side. Qigong, side to side. Now shake them up, move your chi. Shake 'em up, show me what you're working with. Shake 'em up, move your chi. Shake 'em up, show me what you're working with. Now lean back, now drum your lungs side to side. Qigong side to side, now drum your lungs side to side. Qigong side to side, now lean forward. Now drum your kidneys side to side. Qigong side to side, now drum your kidneys side to side. Qigong side to side, now thump your chest, thymus thump. Qigong side to side, now thymus thump, side to side. Qigong side to side, now sacral pump, side to side. Qigong side to side, now sacral pump, side to side. Qigong side to side, now right hand jing, left hand chi, right hand shen. Left hand chi, right hand jing, left hand chi, right hand shen, left hand chi, jing, chi, shen, chi, jing, chi, shen, chi, jing, chi, shen, chi, jing, chi, shen, chi, heart, lung, liver, spleen, right kidney, left kidney, jing, chi, heart, lung, liver, spleen, right kidney, left kidney, jing, chi, heart, lung, liver, spleen, right kidney, left kidney, jing, chi, heart, lung, heart, lung, liver, spleen, liver. liver, spleen, liver. Right kidney, left kidney, right kidney, left kidney. Jing chi, jing chi. Heart, lung. Heart, lung. Liver, spleen, liver. Liver, spleen, liver. Right kidney, left kidney, right kidney, left kidney. Jing chi, jing chi. Heart, lung. Heart, lung. Liver, spleen, liver. Liver, spleen, liver. Right kidney, left kidney, right kidney, left kidney. Jing chi, jing chi. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, right kidney, left kidney, jing chi. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, right kidney, left kidney, jing chi. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, right kidney, left kidney, jing chi. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, kidney, chi, kidney, jing. 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 Qigong, Qigong, Qigong.
So we're back, and I had fun. I hope you guys had fun. I saw you dancing, Nandini.
I was, but I am glad that I was off camera because I'm thinking, oh my God, Dr. Love is just going to put me to shame because there he is doing, but I guess he's got a lot of practice.
Oh my goodness. But
with practice, we will get there.
That's what he said about practice. It's dance. I mean, dance, think about it. I've been dancing since I was 6 years old, so it took years to be able to dance. And that's what we have to understand. Everything we do takes a long time. So would you like to just give us a little bit of what that dancing was about?
Okay, so again, this was a 5-minute anatomy lesson. We have 2 lungs, we have 2 kidneys, the heart's in the center, liver's on the right, spleen's on the left. That's 5 organs. We should know where the 5 organs are and pretty much how they work, and you should nourish your organs every single day. Number 1 cause of death in America is heart disease, followed by lung cancer, followed by diabetic complications. Whoa. So heart, lung, liver, spleen, right kidney, left kidney. Now, when we shake the hands, the blood pressure will lower. As we bounce from side to side, we pump up the blood pressure. So this dance actually is healing the internal organs. So when you put your hand over your heart, over your lungs, over your liver, over your spleen, you're sending, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. So you're sending a message to your organs that you love and care about them. Now, if you're in a relationship, whether it's your parents or a spouse or cohabitating, sometimes you get frustrated and sometimes they get frustrated. And then you start doing self-destructive behaviors. You overeat, you overdrink, you oversmoke, you stop going to the gym, you stop running, you stop going out dancing. So all these things affect you emotionally. But if you're doing something that's fun, you're going to do it every day. If somebody says, here, I'll give you $100 a week just to go to the gym. After a couple of weeks, keep that 100. That's too much. But if it's fun and it's exciting and you can literally feel your body. I've had people come to me and they say, I've been in chronic pain for 5 years, and one Qigong dance took 80 to 90% of my pain away after 5 years. So we want to enroll you in our ongoing Qigong class, loveqigong.com.
Thank you so much. Did I promise you an amazing show or what? I'm impressed. I love the information, and it's always good to have new stuff out there to understand. I mean, in the, before the show started, and he explained that this for people with high blood pressure. And Nandini and I we're two people with low blood pressure. He goes, well, then you just pump it up the other way. And we're like, okay. So we started dancing before the show started. So what I wanted to say is that today, later on, 5:30, we're having our first meet and greet up in West Palm Beach. And I hope for whoever is listening, if you're here in South Florida, to come and meet us. We're down in West Palm at the Grandview Marketplace. We're getting there at 5:30. So as soon as we wrap up here, we're heading down to West Palm. Hope to see you there in person, because I miss seeing faces. The last couple of weeks, months now, that we have been finally going out again, and I've been going to different workshops and seminars and conference, and I'm finally meeting people I've only known online from Zoom calls. And now we're like standing in front of each other. We're all screaming and just going, oh my goodness, finally we got to meet. So that was a lot of fun, and I'm really enjoying that. And I'm getting a lot of calls and a lot of emails, and everyone wants to know, how can we be on the show? How can we be in the magazine? Just go to the website. Please just book a call with me. Schedule a call with me, or schedule a call with Nandini. And just have a conversation. Let's just have a conversation. Yes, go to our website that says Be Our Guest. And we are looking forward to new faces, new information, new educational, new transformation. So, yeah.
Yeah, come out and meet us. As we said last week, with the Meta Lifestyle magazine, you have a captive audience of holistically minded people who are looking for you, for your product. So come and meet us, come and talk to us. Let us talk about how you can be featured in the magazine and featured on the show, as we've had Dr. Love
That's
today.
what I did.
And we have an amazing membership package that I created. And I created this package because of years of being in different groups. And one year I had I was the president of the Holistic Chamber of Commerce in West Palm Beach. And it was such a great following, and I had so many people that showed up. And we partner up with the Boca Chamber and the Fort Lauderdale Chamber and the Miami Chamber. It was great to form that. And then we met at the Holistic Health Connection. And what came out of that was that we had different people with different interests. And we have to meet you where you're at. And some people just want to come out and socialize and network and have fun, have a cocktail, have dinner together, and that's great. And then we have the group that's more of a entrepreneur, small business, building up, starting out new, and they want a little bit more. They want a little bit more of networking, a little bit more of joint ventures, a little bit more of helping build that business. And then our third part is what I call the masterminders. This is where the real serious people who says, I want to take my business from here to up here. And this is when we meet as a very exclusive, concentrated group, and we work on each other's businesses. We learn to grow together as a team, and this is where we can share information, best practices, ideas, and support, and a big support. So if you go to metalifestylemagazine.com/society, this is where you could find the different membership options that we have, and you choose the one that works for you. In either case, we want to work with you one way or the other. So we look forward to having you there with us.
Yes, definitely. And I hope that it registered when Karina spoke about supporting each other and cooperation and collaboration and lifting each other up. The paradigm is shifting, as I've said, 1,000 times already on the program. We are moving from a time of when we felt it was us against the world, dog eat dog world.
Right.
We're shifting now into a paradigm of understanding that we live in an abundant universe and there is more than enough for every individual. Your success does not take away from mine, and vice versa. This is a time of collaboration and cooperation. Come and join us.
The reason I came up with a mastermind, and I'm not sure, most people have read Think and Grow Rich. And I always say, you could do all the reading you want, but if you don't implement it, what's the use? I mean, you have the knowledge, but knowledge without the implementation, again, we go right back to practice, practice, practice. You have to be involved, and you got to be consistent. It has to become part of your lifestyle. And in that chapter of the mastermind, he explains that the reason people like Rockefeller and Schwab and Carnegie, and they're the richest people in the world, but you know why? They came together to collaborate. They would bring news and knowledge, and they would figure out, how can we work together to make this into something even bigger? And they did not withhold information. They did not withhold the knowledge, the wisdom, the whatever that teaching is. And then you grow as a group, and everyone grows together. So we need to step away from me just for me, and I'm staying away from you. We have to grow as a group. We have to support each other. We have to support small business owners, because together we can grow and expand and become more, because that's how we work together. And there's nothing better than what Dr. Love offered us today, because that's talk about transformation. I mean, that's enhancing, impacting, and transforming a life. I mean, that's what we're all about.
Absolutely.
So that is, amazing, and that's what the magazine and this show is about. And so we're really want to get you guys to come together. So this is what the society, the Meta Lifestyle Society, is about. And I hope you join us this evening, but if not, I hope you join us on just as a group, and we will be having a lot of programs, a lot of perks, a lot of extras. So look into it again. And yes, if you haven't seen the last issue, please at metalifestylemagazine.com. You could see all our past TV shows, all of the past issues, and all the interviews, the actual live interviews with the people that were featured on the magazine. So hoping to hear feedback from you guys, and we're open to hear what else you would like us to do, or what you would like to see, and where you're at and where you need to be, and we're here to
support you
the best that we can. And we are grateful that you are here, that you tuned into the show and participated, and thank you for all the feedback on our social media, emails, text messages that I get. So thank you all for your support and being part of this show. And of course, Nandini, thank you for sticking it out there with me, because I know sometimes, like you said, you got to bring it down, because her energy is here. I mean, I'm here and we're like, whoosh. Well, we meet halfway, and I think we're a great couple. So I'm happy.
We make a good team.
Yes.
Thank
Dr.
you
Love,
so
thank you so much for
much,
coming
Dr.
on
Love.
today. That was amazing. Thank you. And I want to say thank you again to the staff, to my girlfriend who worked this weekend and got all my stuff done, and to everyone here at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. And again, tune in next week, and we look forward to next week is our young entrepreneurs. I forget, next week is our young entrepreneurs, which are the age group of 2021 to like 26, 27. And they're gonna come and tell us what they are doing. These are straight out of high school or college, creating their own businesses, their own life, they're just so much more open and willing to experience life with passion, like you said. And very excited. So we're wrapping up. And again, thank you, and look forward to seeing you guys.
Each week, our guests have a free gift or giveaway for you in appreciation for tuning into our broadcast. Claim your gift at metalifestylemagazine.com/gifts. Thank you for watching the Meta Lifestyle Magazine show, the source for enhancing, impacting, and transforming lifestyles.
Miss Karina's a big dreamer. evolution and transformation, which led us to this manifestation. Miss Aruba, Island Queen, Meta Lifestyle Magazine.